I want to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who help support the channel. Also, I want to say thank you to my Twitch subscribers. Help the channel out by donating or go to patreon.com. Thank you.
And you know what? I might as well just say this. So, warning, this may be triggering. Oh God, I know this is gonna trigger my motherfucking PTSD about stupid shit. So if you are somebody who don't like seeing a screen and seeing somebody on screen which you don't agree with, just because they may be making a point and you're just so caught up with, you know, saying that they're wrong just to win an argument, one, this isn't a channel for you, because I will agree with people. I may not agree with their prescriptions for getting things right or wrong, but if somebody believes what I believe and they're right, they can be the biggest piece of shit. I'll still call them the biggest piece of shit, but if they make a correct point, then we're gonna actually address it. Also, if they're making a correct point for the wrong reason, then we can also address it. So I'm gonna say this, and well, let's get into this video. I want to let you guys know something, and I know it may be shocking, I know it may be surprising to you, but I'm a black guy. Hi, I'm black. Been black for 41 years now. Wasn't really a choice. I was born this way, and you know, kind of had to live with it for a while. And well, quite frankly, you know, are there parts of my history that I'm proud of? Yes. Part of my history, heritage that I'm proud of? Yes. Do I think that there can be some things that change and all that other good shit? Yes, yes, yes. Do I have a history of living in a city where there's a lot of segregation and racism? Yes. All of these things. All of these things. And I think there is value in understanding people's background, understanding where people come from. I think there's a lot of value in that. That being said, my first few minutes of watching this, and I did watch a minute or so, I kind of was fucking upset because this happened. Let's go.
This other guy, Destiny, he has a fetishization for black women.
Oh my God, you're not the grandstand. Don't grandstand for 20 minutes.
If we know anything about Destiny, the piece of shit that he is, and it's kind of harsh for me to say he's a piece of shit. He's not a piece of shit. He's just a spiteful person that does a lot of his politics based on spite. He is not somebody that fetishizes black people. You can say he fetishizes being right. You can he fetishizes being a dick. You can say he fetishizes spite. But to him, it's, I mean, like he's pan. It really doesn't matter with him on those issues. But let's go.
Would you say the same thing to a white person that says they will only date white people? That sounds like such a depressing way to pick a relationship. It's like, I'm imagining, like, if we were to go by
I'm not depressed.
If we were going by, if we were
black
going,
women,
that's not what he said. I know Prime actually has his I know Prime has his debate panels, and I know in the competition between him and Hippy Dippy, Prime actually won that handily. Part of that is because Dylan just moved on to different shit, and you know, start covering Ukraine and more global politics. But my man wasn't ready for this. He wasn't ready for the big times. But let's go, and we can actually go on from there.
I love black people and I love my people. I'm not depressed at all. Thank you.
Okay, I mean, I've heard a lot of white people say they love white people and they only want to be with white people. But we can argue whether or not there's a difference. I'm just saying, like, the idea of like identifying like your love interest with like a struggle sounds like such an unbelievably sad way to pick a relationship. Like,
and yeah, oh yeah, oh god, and this is what I mean. This is so fucking triggering me because he's actually right. Hey, why should I date you? We went through the same struggle. No. I'm not saying what we can relate to different things. Cool, but why should I date you? We went through the same struggle. You may not have went through the exact same struggle. Because we share this one characteristic. Well, I dealt with it this way. You're dealing with it how? Everybody deals with it the same way. All right, let's go.
Like, I'm trying to imagine applying this to. That is what I interpret from it. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, that's why I'm speaking right now. Yeah. So, like, if we were to identify any other group of like people that have experienced like a struggle or trauma, like I can't imagine telling them that like, oh, well, you should like. I think it's probably good to only date other people that have like these types of experiences. Like if you were like abused as a child, like you should only date other people that were abused as children because they're the only people that understand you. Like I don't know, like that mentality just seems really strange to me.
True. This is fucking true. And this is some of the stupid shit that I hear. Like, okay. If you watch this channel, you know I'm not a big fan of FD signifier. You know I'm not a big fan of it. Besides the fact that he equate being black to being poor, and he for some reason has more of a hate boner for his quote unquote white leftists than he does for like GOP. Like this is that level of just dishonesty that I fucking hate. It's disguised motherfucking. It's disguised racism. That's what it is. And I know a lot of people say, well, black people can't be racist. The fuck they can't. You know, I've heard those conversations in the background. I've heard those conversations behind closed door. Yes, the fuck they can. Now, it's not the whole reverse racism that you'll see with like people like Scott Adams, but bigoted. Yeah, I've heard those conversations in the background, and they usually end with, "But it because of what they did to us." And don't get me wrong, I will never chastise somebody who's been a victim of a crime or hatred of the person that committed the atrocity to him. No, how am I gonna tell you not to forgive your fucking attacker? No. But when you move it to all of those people are like that loses credibility on my argument that not all black people. When you start saying that all those people are like that, I start losing credibility on my argument of not all black people, because you hand them that argument. But let's go. I'm getting off in the weeds.
That's petty, and you're petty.
It is.
What is petty?
Let me respond really quick.
Petty.
It's an intellectual understanding that a person that's going to be able to recognize my experience and the thing that I'm going through and the thing that my children and my progeny will be going through, that person is going to probably be someone who has experienced it themselves. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be looking for a person who's bogged down by the system, because
yes, you will want somebody, if you want to start a life with, to understand the parts of your life that you've probably dealt with. Yes, that is absolutely true. That is something that is undeniably true that, hey, I want somebody to understand where I'm coming from. I get it. But you tell me what person that can actually understand 100% of where you're coming from. It's a fucking crutch. Just say you like this particular person. You're turned on by this person. Your sexual awakening happened with people like this. Say that. But don't try to couch it in, well, my struggle was this, so they can understand my struggle. But let's continue.
Because I also believe in the ability of the individual to rise above the system that is designed to oppress them. And I don't think I'm not going to advocate for, just everyone pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. But what I will say is I'm going to look for a person who also, while recognizing the struggle that we're going through, also recognizes that we have a responsibility to embed the drive to thrive in our children. And that drive to thrive is not going to be something that's passive. It has to be aggressive because the system is aggressively working against us. Again.
Okay, but what does that have to do anything at all with you dating one particular race of person? I don't get that part. What does that have anything at all to do with that? What does that have anything at all? Anything at all to do with that? It again just sounds like a fucking excuse. But let's go.
Again, this is not depression.
Yeah, but none of these things are unique to black people, right? I'm sure you can find white people.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. No, they're absolutely not. What are you
Come on, Destiny. No, don't do that. No.
The degree of marginalization that African Americans have
White
experienced in
people
this country.
chattel slavery.
What? Hold on. First of all, no one here is a chattel slave, so I don't know why the fuck you're bringing that up. Number one,
White
okay?
people
Number two.
chattel
Number two.
So this is one part where Destiny gets his spiteful confrontation about. Dude, I get that. No, fuck. Dude, he did say something that was... When you hear somebody say that is not black, it comes off, it says, just get over it. And he knows that. He fucking knows that. Destiny knows that. He's smart enough to know that. Right now, he's poking the fucking bear. That's what he's doing right now. He's poking the motherfucking bear. Because how dare you fucking challenge me? I'm going to say something that's going to piss you off. Now, is it racist coming from Destiny? No. He's just being a dick. And we can actually say that. He's just being a dick. But I'm sorry, like, it was in response to somebody say, but white people did chattel slavery. Yeah, dog. They did in the past. And you know what? If you still think that every white person would keep you as a chattel slave, some of your misconceptions are showing. But let's continue.
Shep. Go ahead. Steven, come on. Steven.
Don't come on me. Wait, hold on. We can't have a modern day discussion about like race and dating if you're just going to screech like chattel slavery like it means anything. That has nothing to do with this conversation. All right?
I was going to say the same thing.
It very much has. It has plenty to do with the conversation, because if you want to start talking about our cultural experiences, I don't know if you're one
None
of
you have a cultural experience. Well, I'm talking my ass. Maybe somebody here was a slave? Like, what do you mean?
Whoa. Thank you. Great. All right. So respond to him, and then Steven, you can respond back. All right, Fanatic. I also want to respond because he came out. Go ahead, Fanatic.
So yeah, no. It's not. No, I'm not gonna have immediate experience, but the idea that first off, it would be my great grandmother would have that experience. It was literally only 3 generations ago for her, and I would say that they would have that experience, and that culture informed a lot of the culture today to act as if the culture that African Americans today are completely removed from the experience of slavery. And again, it's not just slavery.
So what my man's trying to make, the point he's trying to make is that Jim Crow is still fucked. It's still fucked over a lot of black people, which is true. As I stated before in the previous video, my mother was alive before the Civil Rights Act passed. It was less than 60 years ago. That is fucking true. And the legacy of that shit is still around. Like, redlining is still a thing. And it may not be in legal practice, but the results of it is still there. But what does that have to do with who you are trying to date right now? Hold on, guys. Be right back. But all right. Let's just go. Let's just go.
It would be the continual
and
cultural oppression. All of those things. And
of course.
So all those things are very, very much like culturally factors.
Yeah, of course they are. Sure. The idea that it's like, that is like such an important thing to you, so that it's going to like inform
it is an important thing to us. It's a part of our history.
That's okay. Congratulations. Okay. You get applause in the chat. Okay. The idea that thing would be so important to you that's
see shit like that makes it seem like you're being disrespectful, because it like, seriously, he just shit like that makes it just seems like he's disrespectful to black people. Now, here's the problem that a lot of people won't pay attention to, that he gets clipped out of context for. And I'm not a Destiny defender. I think he's a spiteful piece of shit that lets his politics actually lets his spite dictate his politics in a lot of cases. So his anger outruns his good thinking. But what part of, okay, I'm gonna say it like this. The fact that he's discouraging it, he's like discounting what he's saying, is a problem. Yes, it is a big fucking problem. And it should be seen as like, no, dude, just stop trying to discount what somebody's saying. What gets me about these guys is they're making their hurt their identity. They're making their pain their identity. And as much as the guy said, oh, I think somebody should overcome that. Like, no, dog. If I connect with somebody over liking anime, if I connect with somebody over politics, then I can also teach them about my lived experience. But a lot of these guys are just saying, no, I just want a black chick because she understands the struggle, and then we need to build our empire like some king and queen. And okay, I'm coming at it a bias because I think that shit is stupid to say we need to build an empire like this. I just think that maybe we should look at, trying to build a friendship and relationship with the person that you're with, and thank you with. But it's just like, these are the same people that we were kings type shit, but I don't know, maybe they're not leftists, and that if they're reactionaries, maybe that's a way of getting it to them. But I see it as like, I want my daughter to grow up in a place where, and I hate to say it like this, but you know how they say liberal colorblindness? That's what I want out of my fucking out of my legacy, if you want to put it that way. I want to have it where people just go around and say, hey, did you know Jim was gay? And somebody responds like, why does that matter to you? Somebody to look at them like, I didn't know and I don't care. Hey, did you know that Ken was transitioning to Karen? And that person responds like, yeah, and why is it? It's weird that somebody brings it up. It's weird. I want us to live in a place where it's weird that people bring up somebody's identity to try to like shock. Now don't get me wrong. I do think that we should address historical wrongs that people have done, people have had to suffer through, or have a understanding of socioeconomic issues that we are dealing with right now. I think we should actually address that. But a lot of these people, they don't want that. They want to use their identity as a club to show that I'm right. That's what they want. It's the same that you get with the woke skulls and shit like that. No, because of my identity, I'm always right. And it's just like, no. But let's continue with this. Let's continue.
That's going to be like one of the defining and like one of the lines that you draw around people you date just comes off as so incredibly unbelievable to me.
I would say that way if that's the only thing. Sure, I would agree with you. If my only criteria was just it has to be
no. Not hold on. I'm not saying that that's your only.
And so there's a straw man, and yeah, that he didn't say that. He definitely didn't say that. But let's hear the rest of this out. God, I fucking hate that I'm agreeing with Destiny on some points. Let's go.
Only criteria. I'm saying that if that would be a line for you. So for instance, if you were to tell me every single thing that you just said, and you said, that's why I think it would be like really nice if I had a partner that also shared this perspective, then yeah, I would agree with you. But if you're gonna tell me this is a line, I think I absolutely need to date a black person, and anybody that's not black is automatically not even considered a dating partner because they don't have that perspective, that's the thing that I'm attacking. I just think that's like a really extreme and kind of sad way to approach both your life and relationship.
Destiny, so this
what did he just say is not for you to understand? Now, if you were to say that's just my personal preference, get it. But the fact that you say is not for you to understand, you can't understand, that kind of like is alarming. That's kind of alarming as hell. Because at that point, you're not being and it is funny because you see this a lot with like reactionaries. They would couch themselves in, but I'm an individual. However, they retreat back to, group is important. And it's just like, no, that's not how that works. You know and I've said it. You know what I look for in a dating partner? A big titty goth chick that likes anime. Notice I didn't say black. Notice I didn't say white. Notice that I didn't say Asian. I said goth. And the whole goth aesthetic of, not frilly and shit like that. But a lot of these people, and I get it, like, you want to sound like because they know the struggle. What gets me is this. Just say, because I had my sexual awakening with this particular type of person, then now I like that particular type of person. I would give you more leeway, just like, yeah, I like big booties and shit like that. Say that. But to say like, they need to know my struggle. So you're saying that you won't date a rich black chick? Oh, and you would be okay with a white person saying that too. You like, it's stupid to the point of just say that's what I like. Just say that's what I like. Because when you're coming up with these stupid ass reasons, these stupid ass excuses, it makes you sound worse. But let's continue.
Dang. Not for you to understand.
Legendary. Legendary, you want to say something? That's not.
Yeah, I'm saying it's not for him to understand. You can't understand it.
Would you say the same thing?
Why can't he understand it? Just why? Just help me out. Why can't he understand it? Can you explain why? Please tell me why. Why can't he understand it? You're not going to explain why. Because you want to sit in and couch it in, oh, this person is just saying he's being insensitive. But dog, you're sounding like a racist. Essentialism, exactly.
Would you say would you say sure? Would you say the same thing to a white person that says they will only date white people?
No,
oh, at least one was honest. At least one was honest. And now we get the Scott Adams. You know, black people just need to stay away from. We got the black Scott Adams. You just need to get away from white people. But let's continue.
Wait, I just want to hear. Wait, he's saying
that's their business. That's fine.
Okay, so personally, I'm a fan of not going back to the segregated dating, but I mean, at least you're consistent.
Yeah, I'm sure because you probably fetishize black women.
I don't fetishize.
Where the fuck do you get that from? And this goes to that stinger, like, if you feel like you need to date black women, then you must fetishize them. What in your ever fucking loving life thinks that Destiny fetishizes anybody but himself? I'm sorry. On his wedding day, he was tweeting to show how much he was still connected to the internet. Why do you think he fetishizes anybody but himself? Or was it his wedding day? Or was it Thanksgiving? It was one of the ones that Destiny kind of like accused Jake of. I mean, that Jake accused Destiny of. Everybody is looking like, you dumb fuck. But let's go. Besides, he probably masturbates to his first favorite is himself. His second favorite is, let's be honest, Vash. And then his third favorite is Hassan. So yeah, those are his top 3 people that he masturbates to. And then fourth is his wife. And then, yeah, anyway, let's go.
First of all, if anybody's fetishizing black women here, it's you. No, first of all, you have no fun. We don't know.
We're talking about why is that so important? Your history. Why is that so important?
You're the one in here saying you wouldn't date any.
So wait, what? This is the stupidest shit that I've heard. Oh my god, this is stupid shit that I heard. Let's go.
Anybody that's not black, so if anybody's fetishizing black people here, it's you, my dude.
How can I fetishize something that's a part that's that's my counterpart?
It's called Wait, stop. Fucking stop. For one, no woman is your fucking counterpart. You dumb, possessive piece of shit. You should account yourself lucky that somebody will want to be with your ass. Somebody will take the time out of their precious limited amount of time here on this earth. They're not your counterpart. You're not entitled to a black woman, you dumb fuck. How fucking dare you? I can't fetishize my counterpart. You don't have a fucking counterpart. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, let's go.
It's called self-love or self-lust. It's called self-lust. That's what it's called.
Oh God, I want to jump in here so bad, but I'm gonna let other people. And I just want to let other people do it.
If I'm a black man, I came from a black woman.
It's called self-lust.
First of all, just because you're a black man.
What? You're a black man, so you came from a black woman, so your counterpart is black. Dude, it sounds like you have an Oedipus complex. It sounds like you have an Oedipus complex. How? How do you say that? it sounds like you have an Oedipus complex. Do you want to fuck your mother? Do you want to fuck your mother? I'm sorry, dog. I just, like, okay, let's go.
Man doesn't mean you came from a black woman. Okay, that's a weird thing to say, right? We acknowledge. Do we not? I don't know if mixed race people don't exist here. I don't know what the fuck panel. I know it said all black everything, but I didn't know we were that extreme.
I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me, Destiny. I came from a black woman.
Yeah, he said he didn't say all men come from.
Okay, well, is that like a justification for only dating black people?
Hold on, wait. I wanted to ask Destiny. So Destiny, like, you can. I assume you agree. I'm asking you this in a way, but I assume you agree. You agree that black people have a unique experience here in America today, right?
You won't agree to that.
I mean,
wait, what? Wait. Yes, we all agree. We all agree. I shudder to think where this is going. We all agree. Hold on, I'm cooking my dinner. That's why I keep taking breaks. I'll be right back. Wow, I'm back. Dinner's gonna be awesome, but I date women. Race is not even a natural. For these people, it is. It has to be for them because they don't have any other identity. And you know what? My whole thing is this. I know I'm black. It is something that I've had the history of living with. I've had the history of my family living with. But that's not my identity. And I know Shark actually caught some shit for this shit recently too. It's not my identity. It's part of who I am. It's part of my background. But I'm not blackity black, blackity black. Do I see things from a black perspective, an urban black perspective? Yes. But if it's my personality, then I need to work on something else, being more than just that. But let's continue.
Of course I will. What the fuck? But I mean, like, it depends on it depends on what you mean by unique. If you're saying so unique that like literally like no other person can understand or relate to any part of like what you did, like, I mean, it depends on how unique you mean.
No. I think you understand this. Wait, Destiny, wait. No, Destiny is smart. No, Destiny, I won't give you this out. You understand exactly. This is a conservative. Wait, this is conservative Destiny coming out. Destiny, you understand what I'm saying?
No, this is not conservative. This is
See, fuck. Why do I have to wait? Because you disagree with somebody, then you're conservative, then you hate them. I disagree with people all the time, and it's not because they're conservative. No, it's because they're fucking wrong. And you know he didn't want to say conservative. It was another word, shorter word, that starts with an R that he wanted to say. You know that's what it was. Because you won't let me run roughshod over the shit I want to say. Oh, you're being conservative, Destiny. No, you're just making a stupid fucking point. But let's continue.
Just I can't believe that left-leaning people are arguing against interracial dating. So that's the Destiny who's coming out right now. Okay, but go ahead.
No. So first off, I agree with dating. I agree with dating outside of race, but I don't like how it's demonized. The idea that people that do want to date inside race, I don't like that idea. So what I'm saying, hold on, wait, let me talk. So what I'm saying is that the experience that black people have in this country is very unique. So when you're going to have a black child, what Fanatic is saying, and what I would argue, even though I don't hold this view, I could argue this because I can see that it's coherent. I would want to have a spouse that could identify, relate, and give advice, blah blah blah, on the experiences that my progeny is gonna experience, and that's the.
I mean, that's great that you say that, but like another.
Okay, so. I get it. I get the whole thing. Like he said, I get where they're coming from. And you know what? If I ever reproduce again, God, that'd be fucked up. If I ever reproduce again, I wouldn't care. It'd be with whatever partner I'm with. But the whole thing of she needs to be black. She needs to understand the struggle. One, I think it's intellectually lazy, and I'll tell you why. If you are with somebody that you feel that they don't, you don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to share not Herculean amounts of empathy, because if you're just doing that, then it's stupid. But if you're dating somebody and you feel that, no, I shouldn't have to tell somebody, they should just know who I am, they should just understand me 100%, that whole romanticism bullshit, fuck you. Nobody knows you completely, not even you knowing yourself. And quite frankly, it shows a lack of what you think human empathy is. And that's more insulting than anything. If you think that somebody has to know exactly your struggle in order to understand you and love you, and actually have to teach your kids to fucking stand up strong and stand up tall, one, that's a conservative way of thinking, that people are just gonna be that way, and they just think, oh no, you need to know exactly what I'm going through in order to fucking deal with the shit that I'm dealing with. That's a conservative way of thinking. But two, it's just sad. It's just sad. And you know what? Maybe you aren't a person that should be getting in a relationship if you think that somebody won't have empathy about what you're doing, about you and your life and your experiences. Maybe it's what I tell the incels all the time. Maybe it's the people that you're going after. But let's continue.
How could you teach a little black girl what it is to be pulled over by the cops?
How could you teach a little black girl? Wait, hold on, shut the fuck up. How could you teach? No, hold on. How could you teach a little black girl anything when you're a man? Like, what do you mean? There's going to be tons of things that you can't teach your particular child about, right? This is why you have like partners that complement your strengths and weaknesses.
You don't
like
answer questions, you just ask more questions and responses to the questions.
He's explaining.
I can answer the question. The question is, you probably listen to other black.
Did he just say you ask a question, answer a question with a question in the middle of him explaining what? Did he? Wait, I'm sorry. This level of just ignorance is not a representation of quote unquote people that can go on debate platforms and have this conversation. He's not a representation of that. I'm sorry. I maybe it's because I'm an old man. I'm 41, and I have to deal with shit like you know, bills and responsibilities and shit like that. I don't get invited on these panels. It's weird to me, but no, dog, no. Fuck. How the Okay, let's go.
Black people's experiences, hopefully you integrate that into your worldview, and then you give the best explanation you can. That's what any parent does with their child. The fact that you think that you as a parent are gonna have all the answers to your child because you have the same fucking skin color is hilariously fucking stupid to me.
Why do I have to agree with Destiny? Why? Now, to be fair and to be honest, it's because Destiny is a parent and he actually is kind of he's kind of dealing with the shit on a basis of like, no, you dumb fucks, that's not how parenting works. Because that's not how parenting works. He explained exactly what it is. But god damn, these motherfuckers have really hurt my fucking brain. Let's fucking continue.
So basically,
you're on mute, Fanatic.
Yeah, that's not the claim, Destiny. It's not the idea that we're gonna have.
Don't steel man this motherfucker's argument. I don't need you to come in here and tell me what his claim was. Okay, I'm responding directly to what he said.
First off, him and I had all kinds of conversations.
You cannot relate to that experience. That's the point.
Your kids are gonna have tons of experiences that you can't relate to. Guess what? None of our fucking parents had any fucking idea what the fuck the internet was. That's like that's a part of being a parent.
So Destiny, you keep stretching the argument. What you're doing is you keep
I'm not distracting. I'm responding. Stop stealing. Oh, dude, Fanatic is triggering the fuck out of me right
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't. I can't with these motherfuckers. I can't. Oh my god, I can't. Fucking can't. Okay. I would love the go visit us and see just how dumb we act and run the hell away. They are watching us. They are watching us, and they're like, "Nah, these motherfuckers about to blow themselves up, or let the earth take care of it because they have literally heated up the earth." You know what? You know what's better? Unfortunately, I think we're going down the Horizon Zero Dawn timeline. If you've ever played Horizon Zero Dawn and you know the timeline of what fucking happened there, it is eerily matching up to that shit. Including, we may actually do the clawback, but it's gonna be some dumb fuck that's gonna think I'm gonna automate everything and automate the end of the world. But let's go.
Right now.
One at a time. Holy shit, show up. One at a time. All right, hold on. Steven, you can respond to what's been said.
I already responded to it. Yeah, I'm just saying, Fnatic.
Sure.
One guy's saying something. I'm trying to respond to it. And Fnatic keeps saying, I'm not responding. I'm not talking to Fnatic. I'm talking to the other guy. I'm responding directly to what he's saying. But sorry,
go ahead.
First off, because Legend and I have had the exact same argument. We've literally been arguing this same position. We've been talking about it for literal hours. Number one. Anyway, I'm just gonna mute Izzy. So anyway, the point is, what I'm saying is, you are stretching the argument to an entirely different place. We're not arguing, because this is my argument as well. I'm not arguing that I'm going to have every answer to every problem my daughter is going to face.
I'm not saying, no, but you are arguing. You're arguing that.
You literally
oh my god. You're about to grandstand. Don't grandstand for 20 minutes. Let's just talk exactly.
I've not been talking. I haven't been able to finish one sentence. You keep interjecting. You made a really stupid statement that I'm addressing. You made the statement. You're not going to have every answer to every problem.
Can I just make my statement and you can respond? Can I make my statement so you can respond instead of
already made the statement. I'm responding.
Let me tell you the statement. The statement is that I disagree. I disagree that you need to have shared racial struggles as a necessary condition to have a child together. That's what I disagree with.
Okay, and we're not making that statement.
Yes, the fuck they were. I'm sorry. Headphone users, I'm sorry. Yes, they are. That was the main argument for this. They said that, we need to make sure that this woman has the same struggles that I've had. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Oh, wow. God damn it. Let's go.
That you do have to have shared racial struggles in order to make a child together.
Oh, then we don't disagree on anything. Cool. Then we agree on everything.
We do disagree on, if you will let me finish the sentence, but I see it. You want to just keep talking over so no one ever gets a word in edgewise while you completely hyperbolize.
You talk about as much.
Over and over and over again. First off,
okay. Whoa. Shut up. Everyone shut up. Let's stop arguing about who can talk and just talk. So get your point out, and now let me move on to other people so they can be a part of this. All right. So finish your point.
Okay, yeah, let me finish this one statement, okay? Try not to interject this one time, okay? So look, first off, the other thing you said earlier, right? I think there's a very big difference between advocating for a personal choice to date someone within your own race, and then and making the prescriptive claim that marriage should be only between people within the same race. And so I think it's
Wait, he's introducing a whole different concept. He's introducing a whole different concept. The conversation was, I'm not going to date somebody outside my race. That was the conversation. That's it. He's changing this shit because when you explain it out you may not know everything that your child goes through, but that's what human empathy is. That's what you have to learn to do. He's taking this a whole different area. Just completely different. All right, let's go.
It's really disingenuous when you take the argument back to the point and say stuff like, well, yeah, so I guess here, I think we shouldn't go back to the 60s and arguing about, interracial marriage. That's not the argument we're making.
Is it me? Or when you realize that, yeah, you're advocating for, unless you're going to marry somebody that you don't date, unless you're going to just marry somebody just off of point, then your statement saying that I'm not gonna marry somebody I'm not gonna date somebody outside of my race. You're literally saying that I'm also not gonna marry that person. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying, dog. That's exactly what you're saying. Let's go.
We're not saying that this should be the case for literally everybody. This is our claim that we're justifying based off of our experiences, and I think that there's a very obvious difference there. Secondly, no, it's not about saying that I'm going to have every answer for my daughter, or my wife will have every answer for our daughter. It would be more about the idea that these specific experiences that we're talking about, we happen to hold in high enough esteem that we recognize that these individual experiences are something that probably only a black woman would understand.
That's
and so because of that,
true.
and because they are so particularly important, that it would be most likely that it would make the most sense for a black person to be able to do that.
I mean, even that statement isn't necessarily true. You could go.
How could you understand that? You said that you couldn't, and you can ask other people from other cultures and get a better worldview to answer that specific question.
This is so fucking. My feelings are hurt because these dusty motherfuckers, and yeah, I call them dusty, they got called out for their argument. They got called out for their argument being stupid as shit. And now they want to play it as, nuh-uh, I didn't say that. Yes, the fuck you did. And it was always a prescription. Yes, they weren't talking about everybody. But you guys goddamn well know that if you can wave a magic wand, you wouldn't marry somebody who was outside of your race. So you may fuck them. That's what you may do. But you wouldn't marry him. And here's the thing. I actually had a conversation with one of these motherfuckers who claim to be so blackety black. You know what he called dating white women? Playing in the snow. This shit is unbelievably destructive. Now, I'm not saying that, you just can't have the reaction of, I'm turned on by this. This is how I was sexually awakened with this particular body type. But when you try to play it as like, no, it's good for the makeup of a family, you're just advocating for segregation. That's it. You're just advocating for segregation. And why the fuck should I listen to you then? But anyway, it's a few more minutes left. Let's go.
That I asked you.
You think if you had a kid with Candace Owens, you think she's gonna give that child a good perspective on how to deal with the cops?
Nope, I would not. But again,
so there it is. So obviously, just being black isn't the good enough qualifier for it. There's obviously something else.
Yes, they did. But let's continue.
Keep saying every argument because that's not the argument.
Okay, never mind. Okay, so Fanatic, I've got Fanatic. You can explain what you want, but I'm not talking to you anymore because the other guy is saying some real dumb shit, and then you're coming in with a totally different argument, saying like, oh well, no one is saying that when the other guy is saying that. So you can go ahead and preach. I don't know who the fuck you're talking to though. Have fun, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry. Hold on. Sorry. No. Well, Fanatic, let Legendary speak for himself, right?
I'm speaking for myself too.
You're not speaking for yourself. You're cutting in when I'm responding to him, trying to steal man an argument that he didn't make.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let Legendary talk for himself. So Legendary, if you have anything else to say on this, fine. And then we can move on, right, or whatever.
All I have to say is this other guy, Destiny, he has a fetishization for black women. Oh my fucking.
Done.
I don't know. I just don't know. How? How? I was that just supposed to be just a cheap shot at the end? Was that what that's supposed to be? Just a cheap shot at the end? Because that was so fucking stupid. Yeah. Well, I don't even know what that one. That just hurts my brain so much. Like I said, granted, Destiny is a dick. And sometimes, a lot of times, he is just insensitive as shit and he's gonna say what the fuck he wants to say. But I can't defend shit like that. I can't defend a comment. Just that whole situation. I can't. It's fucking stupid. And I'm sorry, guys. Look, I know not everybody has the same level of engagement that I have when it comes to people. I typically hate people for their particular actions. I try to not to associate one person with a whole group of people. And when I do think that a whole group of people think a certain way, I try to understand why they think that way. So, to me, being racist is a hard thing to understand because no, that whole group didn't do that shit to me. You did. You motherfucker did. And so, I not saying that there isn't racism. Fuck, I know people that have personal animus and everything like that, but at some point it's just like, are you really just using that to level your own insecurities, your own hostilities and shit like that towards people? And yeah, some of those people use that. And to say that I need somebody to be black in order to know the struggle. One time I had a friend told me that poor white people don't struggle. And I looked at her like she had grown a third arm. We need to stop this. Now, for immutable characteristics, we need to stop this segregation. Ideologically, no, if somebody has a dumbass idea, you fucking rhetorically cut them down. But just to say that they won't understand because they're this, maybe you shouldn't be around that particular person. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe, and all that other good shit. I hurt my brain.